Hey, so yeah, this is part 2. I felt it in my spirit, to prolong some more on this topic. So the last point I was, self-discipline is an action of accountability. So yeah, recently the other day, I've been in isolation for some time now. And, I've been popping in and out of hermit mode. But the other day, I thought I would catch up with an old friend, but me doing the work on myself so much to the point of where I am now, it is harder to indulge, and why I say that is because if it doesn't, suit not just my personal interests, but my emotional need, my I wouldn't say even just emotional, but it doesn't feed my soul, It doesn't. It doesn't align. It doesn't feel like it's in an alignment, with my morals, with my standards. Yeah? And it's not to say that, I'm better than anyone, but I've done work on myself, real work. And to just connect with somebody that hasn't even reached on the caliber that I am on, it's somewhat risky, because it's easier to pull somebody down than to pull them up. Yeah. Now, I just want to say, do more on self-discipline, because it keeps you sane, safe. Because I found myself in many situations where people try to manipulate me. But because I hold myself at a certain standard, having my own rules and regulation for myself, it has realigned me, from a lot of situations that could have, escalated even into worse, scenarios. But people will deem you as lazy when you can't be manipulated, Yeah. Because I've recently even had this situation. I've been working on a song with this producer from last year. But I don't forget anything, I don't forget none of my reactions with people, good or bad. Yeah. And people don't easily forget how you made them feel, especially if they have an ego where it was threatened at the time. So people would like to do things to get back at you. So, and you have to learn to stand on business. That's what self-discipline, saves you from. Yeah. Doing even the same things that repeating the same mistakes. Yeah. But anyway, I noticed the games of this person, right? People would like to play on your emotions. You have to have self-discipline. Yeah. And having self-discipline, some people might deem you as weak when you walk away, because that's what you're going to do. You're going to walk away from a lot of things that do not serve you. Right? But yeah, I love music. Yeah, I want to produce, so much. Not just music, but yeah. And it's hard, to work with others. And it's a male-dominated industry, so it is perverted. Like most of these industries that are male-dominated are perverted. Yeah. But yeah, I know this person, grew up with this person. And it doesn't surprise me. Yeah. Because I've seen the reality of who people are, friends and family. So nothing really doesn't surprise me. A person can grow with me, from I was a child. They are not the same person that I grew up with, People take on different frequencies, different habits as they grow older, Not to mention in a mechanism for coping with their traumas. So I am aware, of people and the possibility of their state of being. And I am aware of mine as well, and seek to control that even more than the desire to control others. But yeah, I do not beg, and I don't sleep around. So anyone have that idea to think that they can come in and use manipulation, I'm just going to walk away, because nothing outside of me is worth, me giving up myself, my dignity for. And let me mind you, I know I am a brilliant songwriter. I know I'm a great vocalist. I know, and I think that I can do even better. This is not where I, plan to stay, with my gifts and talents. Seeing? But it keeps you on the right track. Yeah, self-discipline. It keeps you on the right track. It keeps the right people around you. Yeah. Or if not, it removes the wrong people. And you might be alone. And nothing is wrong being alone. Nothing is wrong with being alone. As to me, alone, when you look at it, it says all one. Yeah? Just oneness. Your oneness with yourself. And what greater way for the Almighty to just come in and guide you? You see? And people will deem me as boring, but boring is good. Yeah. most things are distractions anyway, you know, and I am not looking to be distracted. Yeah. But a lot of these males can't handle a woman, you know, that has self-discipline. You see, because you can't call me to indulge in whatever you indulge in, because I don't do what you do. So, and I seek to use my time wisely. Yeah. I don't have time for conversations that, you know, have no depth to it, or, you see, just about people and gossip. Like, and it's just exhausting, you know. And more it's like, we see more and more reasons to just stay to myself, you know. Because people just weird, you know. Weird, I'm telling you. Family and friends, them weird. And I'm not disrespect, but your discipline will set you apart from people. You see, and your values, those things will isolate you, cause you to isolate. Yeah. And you just can't be afraid to be alone, you know. There's nothing to be afraid of. You can't be afraid of your thoughts. They're just thoughts, you know. You can change them if you want. I smoke a lot, you know, and I just love weed, you know. It's not like I'm trying to run from anything. It's like, you know, it's just my vibe. It's just something that I do, you know, at this time, you know, and I just meditate, you see, but I have my ways to balance myself, you know. Yeah. I take a lot of medicine, you know, herbal medicine as well. And it's because I you know, I have to. I genuinely want to, you know, because I respect my tempo. And I don't like to be sick, feeling pain, you know, which those things are inevitable, right? So it's just to build yourself to go through those things, because if you keep your body healthy enough, it can recover fast from anything, you know. If you keep your mind healthy enough, you will recover fast from anything. If you keep your spirit healthy enough, it will recover fast from anything, you see? So, yeah. Just keep your eyes on yourself, man. Don't watch people. Because, I tell you, they lack control, you know. They lack self-control, a lot of them. And that you will eventually just destroy them. So just leave them in their path and just get out of their way. Yeah? And make sure you have self-discipline. But yeah, just take care, you know.